What's up, y'all? It's Ben with Smithson Speed and Engineering. I just want to talk some distributors ignition timing with you. We're gonna go over just the basic fundamentals because whether you've got an old carbureted small block or you're trying to tune an EFI, LS, or Coyote, you still need to understand the basics and fundamentals of ignition timing, how it works. So here in front of me, I've got some different parts and components of a distributor, and we'll talk about what they are and then what they do as well for those of you that have never really taken a distributor apart, dug into it, and know what the components are. So here in front of me is a brand new Holley EFI distributor. I went ahead and pulled the cap off of it to show you the components, but you can see this is the distributor base and body itself. You got a rotor button right here. This is the distributor cap, and you can see it's got terminals that's where your plug wires go to. I've got some other pieces and parts here off of an old distributor that we had kind of just parted out or whatnot per se. These GM HEI distributors, they came on many of the GM engines from probably early 70s to, when they started coming out with the EFI, the throttle body injection, 2-port, stuff like that. But you can see this is a distributor cap. It's a large cap distributor cap, what you normally hear it called. You can see how much larger it is than that. And it is self-contained in the ignition coil is right here. So you can see under here, same deal. You've got 8 terminals for a V8, 8 terminals. So that equates to where your spark plug wires go. So another piece is your rotor button. You've already heard of people replacing a cap and a rotor button at the same time. That is what this is. That's also what this is. So as your engine is turning, this is also rotating, and your firing order needs to align with each one of these terminals. Last, you'll see a lot of the HEI distributors, some of the old distributors, not so much these newer EFI distributors that you lock out, but it's a vacuum advance, and this is more for, I guess, fuel economy and whatnot. So we don't even hook these up on some vehicles and engine combinations based on what it is. But just so you know what it is, it's a vacuum advance, and it's usually hanging off the base of the distributor like this. It has a small vacuum hose coming here. It goes to your intake manifold, usually a port on there for manifold vacuum. So spark plug wire, many of you have seen this, spark plug. So again, this is the distributor system is a little bit more old school. So a lot of your new vehicles have the coil on plug and so forth, and you have separate ignition coils for each cylinder, but we're gonna kind of take a step back and look at this, the parts and how they work. So these are the general parts of an HEI or a regular distributor, and that's what we're going to talk about today. All right, and so as far as distributor selection, you need to kind of get an idea what you want out of it output wise, and then how many other component parts you need. So these HEI distributors are really nice, and again, that the ignition coil is contained up here in the cap. So you have it right here. There's no additional coil hanging out anywhere, no bracket, anything like that. And that's why a lot of people use these. The thing you got to watch out is they're very large in diameter. So sometimes, clearance to a firewall, or if you're running like multiple carburation, stuff like that, you can't run these. So just keep that in mind, but they are the most simple as far as you wire it up. The ignition coil is right there, it's done. Now, if you wanted to go with like a small cap, or had to go with a small cap like this, you can see how much smaller it is. But these also require an external coil. So you can see that you've got the cap, no ignition coil on top. So it's gonna have an external coil mounted somewhere, firewall, engine. You can mount them inside the vehicles, clean it up, whatever, but you just have that extra plug wire, right, that goes right here, and it goes to your external coil. A lot of folks are getting to run these types of distributors. We run them a lot, especially when we're doing like the Holley kits or whatnot. They go together, there's 2 screws that hold them down, done. And other than that, they work just like an HEI or any other one where they got a clamp. You rotate them, again, you can usually lock these out and let the EFI control the timing so you can really play with that curve. But again, you want to know the fundamentals on what the components are and what ignition timing is, and that is just essentially sending that power from here through the plug wire to the spark plug at the right time so that it is detonating or, is firing when it should, so you don't mess anything up. All right, so a few things that you're gonna need to know before you even try to set your timing would be the firing order of your engine, and that is so that you get your spark plug wires put on the terminals on your cap correctly, but that's also so that the other end of these spark plug wires that go to the plug go to the right bank on the engine, and they are different. This is application specific, so like a GM Chevrolet small block is going to have a different firing order and even a different rotation as far as counterclockwise and clockwise on the distributor than say like a big block Ford. So know your application, know your firing order for that application. But once you do get there, you're going to figure out where your spark plug number 1, which is going to connect to your cylinder, you got to get it to top dead center on cylinders 1 that we heard. So once you have this on top dead center, you're going to make sure that the lines, when you put this cap back on, to your number 1 cylinder and your spark plug wire. So once you've got top dead center, you've got that aligned, that's a good place to start. Make sure on your harmonic balance and everything, the timing mark lines up, but that is where you start your timing and make sure that it's right. And you have to have top dead center, compression stroke, cylinder 1, and it has to align with the number 1 terminal on your cap. So you hear of advance and retard on your timing, so you can essentially do that when the distributor's in the block. You can rotate it. This is for obviously non-computer controlled vehicles, like on your old HEIs. You put it down in there, you get it timed, and you can advance and retard it based on how you want it to run. So also every different engine combination is going to require a little bit different timing. So you've got to get a good timing light and figure that out. But once you have those where they're synced up, you've got your initial timing, you've got your total timing where it needs to be, you can lock your distributor down with your hold down clamp. Again, this thing is going to be rotating when the engine's running, and it needs to coincide with each terminal on this, and that is your timing. Once you got that going, you can play around with it. You want to read your plugs, so go out and make some test hits, pull these out. You can read your plugs, get into gapping plugs differently and so forth. There's a lot to it. You can really geek out and nerd out on it, but I just wanted to show you really high level, like, hey, this is a distributor, this is ignition timing, these are some of the components, and so that you kind of know what you're looking at and what to do to get started on getting your engine timed and timed effectively. Because if you don't, I'm sure a lot of you heard horror stories about, you know, going too much timing and really grenading cylinders and just having catastrophic engine failures. You don't want to do that. So you want to make small changes at a time, have a good timing light, kind of know what you're doing and know how all of the components work together to get the spark from here in your coil, through your plug wire, to your plug, and make sure that it's firing at the right time. But yeah, that is a real high level explanation. We'll have some more videos going into more, you know, engine timing, you know, cams, valve train, that kind of thing. But hopefully that gives you a little bit of idea of at least what a distributor is, how it works. We appreciate you tuning in. Stay tuned, we'll get some more content for you. Like and subscribe, and we'll see you soon.